everybody. Welcome back. I'm Joe,
And I'm Jake,
and this is the Joe
the
and
Joe
Jake
and Jake show.
show.
Sounded
You
good.
get it.
Joe, how you doing today, buddy?
Doing good. I had no school today because of a snow day. It's been good. It's been good. I haven't had school in like 2 weeks. Well, not 2 weeks. In like a week and a day. It's been good.
Feels like the summer.
And remote learning tomorrow, so it's not actually going back yet.
True, but you are gonna have to wake up early.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's okay.
Alrighty, so here we are, Monday night, Feb 23rd. Last night, our New York Knicks played the Chicago Bulls. Oh, and Joey, you sleepy boy, with the yawns over there. The New York Knicks played the Chicago Bulls. They pulled it out with a W. I feel like there's a bunch of different things we could talk about here. Um, but Joe, I'm gonna toss it over to you to take us out. What do you think?
We played Yabusele. He had a good game with like I forget how many points he had, but he had a double double, and then you know he had a little moment with Josh Hart. Josh Hart went like this to him, and they had some words, which was funny.
Now I found that to be playful. So Yabusele finished with 11 points. He went 4 for 8 from the field, um, 3 of 6 from the 3-point line, 13 rebounds, pretty good. He was a -3 though. And Josh was sort of pointing at him after he hit a 3-pointer, and I think that was in retaliation because Yabusele was doing the Bridges Selly.
Yeah,
So I think he was sort of, you know, he it was a little bit of like I think Yabo started it is my point.
yeah. What was I gonna say? Great game from the Knicks, in my opinion. I mean, turnovers still, but hey, it was like let's talk about Jalen Brunson with his 3 charges, I think. And if that's true, I mean, that's good. Leads the
I
league.
believe
He leads the NBA
he
in charges.
he
That's big.
does.
That's big.
He does. And I uh, a nickname that's gaining some steam and some popularity. It's called the below the rim protector, which I love. I mean, I love JB to start, but I love that nickname. For sure. So you thought Brunson had a good game, Joe.
Yeah. And listen, his scoring has not been what it was in like a week or whatever. But hey, so what? He like if he's not having a big scoring night, he tries to find his teammates. Like last night, he was finding Towns a lot. He was finding Bridges at the end there for that big three to get us up by 5. That was big.
I
And
agree.
man,
I agree, Joe. I think that Brunson on night he did have some clutch tough shots that he hit. And
biggie,
he had some clutch shots the night before against Houston as well. So even though his like points per game maybe aren't above his season average, I do think that candidly like Brunson can do it whenever, right? Like the fact that he got Towns involved. There was actually one play in particular where you could see he had an open shot, but he realized that like getting Towns involved and getting Towns cooking was a better use of it was just better. So he unselfishly got his teammate moving, and that was like just throwing another log in the fire, in the cat fire, kind of.
yeah, man. Towns had another big night, back to back 25-point games. He finished actually with 27 or 28 points.
28.
28. And then, how many rebounds?
He had 11 rebounds.
Oh, rebounds. So a double double. And I think I think that leads the NBA. His
It
39th
does.
double double.
Hmm.
2 guys leading the league in charges and double doubles. Like that's big. That's big.
And maybe just to double click on that a little bit. So for Towns, the other thing, it's not a stat that shows up on our stat sheet, but the Knicks players, they select a defensive player of the game after every game, and this is Towns' first. defensive player of the game. And he had three
That's crazy.
steals. He had three steals. He had very active hands. There was one possession where um, he had some really good footwork, some really good defense on a critical possession, and he only finished with four fouls, which he's got the most offensive fouls in the NBA. So for him to be four fouls, it's pretty strong. It's pretty strong from him.
Yes.
I want to talk a quick second about the last couple of minutes of the game. So you got the Knicks. Look, the Chicago Bulls, they're sort of hanging around. They've been having a real tough time. They're on an 8 game losing streak, and last night made it nine. And I actually thought the Knicks were. I kind of felt like the Knicks were like in control of this game. I mean, they were ahead most of the game. The second quarter, they trailed the Bulls um, by as much as eight. But then right after halftime, like the Knicks were kind of just like in the driver's seat. It got tied up a little bit. They went ahead 95-94 in the fourth quarter, and then we kind of just like separated and made our way. But those last couple of possessions where, Brunson finds Cat, where Bridges gets the timely three, which I proactively am saying here, our guy Mikal Bridges getting a good look from his Villanova buddy and then swishes that corner three. Like Bridges needed that.
Yes, especially since he had four turnovers, and I think he was before that 1 for 6 before that, or 2 for 7 before that.
He has
Not
been
a,
struggling. He has been struggling shooting for
yes,
sure.
it was not a good shooting night for Mikal Bridges yesterday.
Indeed. So oh, hello. Let's talk about, I want to talk about Cat for a sec. So there was a point in the game last night. So I give Cat a good grade for last night. I give Brunson a good grade for last night. I give Bridges a passing grade because he hit the three-pointer when he needed to. The
Passing
person that
grade
I'm
is
gonna give,
crazy.
oh, like we didn't even talk about Landry Shamet, second highest point scored on the
My
team.
guy. Sorry,
Joey's guy.
my
Actually, I'm
guy.
sorry. He had the third most points. Towns
Behind
had
Brunson and
28.
Towns, right?
Brunson had 19. Shamet had 16 points. So here's what's interesting, right?
I love that.
Shamet, well, all good grades. The person I'm gonna give a disappointing grade to, Mike Brown. Mike
Yeah,
Brown made
yes.
some really poor substitutions. He gave Huck Porty too much time.
Well, Dad,
Um,
think about
who
this.
knows?
Mitchell Robinson was not playing yesterday.
No Mitch last night, so that's why we saw more Huck Porty. And I'm a Huck Porty fan, but he was struggling last night. He was struggling to secure the rebounds. He certainly couldn't um he couldn't convert from the field. He did make both of his free throws when he went to the line, but like look, for me, I mean Huck Porty was a -6 on the night. Basically our entire bench, even Shamet, believe it or not, was negative on the plus or minus for the game.
Shamit
Which
should
like
always be a positive, bro.
I hear that, but he was actually a -10, which is tied for the worst. Him and Sohan were -10,
Sohan,
but
too?
yeah,
Yeah,
Alvarado was -10. So there were more than a couple times where Brown, like Cat had just hit like two threes or had done like a really hard charge to the basket, and then he's subbing him out to put Portia in. It just felt too automatic. It felt like he had already predetermined when he was going in and out. And for the first time in as long as I can remember, I
he
was
was looking.
watching the game last night and I said, "Where's Cat?" I said, "Why am I not looking at Cat? Like, why, like, put Cat in, you know?" But he kept
Yeah,
taking him out. Um, I
it's
want more
really
town. I wrote it down in my notes. I want more Towns. When is the last time I said that? I don't know. And look, at the end of the day, when Towns is engaged offensively, it translates on the defensive side of the ball. And that was evident where OG had a block shot, created a fast break opportunity that led to a Knicks three-pointer. In my opinion, that's what sealed the game for us. So despite Mike Brown's, I think, poor substitutions last night, Cat was able to. It was really nice to see him do well.
Yes. Um, with the Hawkporty Towns minutes, we I know no Mitchell Robinson, so you got to put in Hawkporty. But Jeremy Sohan is a big man, but not as big as Hawkporty and Mitch. I get that, but still, get him some minutes, like more. Like I don't know what else to say.
Joey is literally just you're like an agent for the bench. So Sohan had 11 minutes.
All
He's
right,
been on the team. Joe, he's been on
that's
the
good.
team for 11 minutes, man.
Okay, so no,
Like
that's good. That's good. That's good. The 11 minutes is good. They just didn't seem very like good. Like they didn't seem like a good 11 minutes. Like I need a
well, let's
good
see.
11 minutes.
Let's see how good you are. So it was
All right, go.
a 9-man rotation last night. Um, who had the most minutes off the bench last night?
Damn it. What? Jose.
Jose. He had 25. Shamit was 23. And then what about Sohan and Huckporty?
11.
11, and then 15 from Huckporty. Interesting to see that Diawara did not play.
I know.
Um,
It's kind of weird.
I,
But
I don't I can't really figure Mike Brown out. And your boy
Sohan,
Clarkson,
no, we'll talk about that. Don't worry. Sohan, uh, what the god? I think he just took Mo Diawara's minutes right away, and I kind of feel bad now for Diawara. But hey, like Sohan's a big man, like, like Mo Diawara is a forward. He's a forward, not a big man. Like he could play the small forward if we're trying to have a big lineup. And then like Towns, man, when he was cooking yesterday. Like this is the first time in like a while, like these past two games, I'm like, man, Karl Anthony Towns looks like himself again. Like he's driving back to the basket, complaining less on foul calls, shooting the 3-pointer and making it. And then this is leading to him trying harder on defense. And it showed us that he had 3 steals in the game, and he was defensive player of the game yesterday. I mean, that's great. We love that. And hey, 2-0 since Towns has been back at it. But Brunson in those 2 games has only had 20 points and 19 points, but still, his assists have gone up during those 2 games. So I think that's good. Like we don't need Brunson scoring 25 or 30 a night. Like because
I I
our
I
team
agree
needs.
because I agree. I think getting the rest of the team activated is important. I mean, Towns shot over 50% from 3-point yesterday, which
I
is
mean that's
insane.
great. That's great.
That's just like if we can get that back, amazing. Josh was 1 for 1 from behind the arc. OG 0 for 4 struggled. Brunson 1 for 6 struggled. Brunson also was only 4 for 6 from the free throw line. So we did not
Yeah, he
shoot.
missed those 2 free throws in a row.
Yeah, I mean we missed 6 free throws last night. So oh no, I'm sorry. We missed 7 if you look at Shamit as well. So anyway, here now I want to do a little bit of a so yes, I'm happy that Towns got himself involved. Yes, I'm happy that I mean it was a great play that he shot a three, missed it, got his own rebound, and then
And
dunked it.
dunked it.
I mean,
That was beautiful.
not sure who else was paying attention except Towns, but yes, I'm very, very happy for Karl Anthony Towns. He needed a game like this. He needed some momentum. He needed to feel himself, etc., etc. However, we're playing the Chicago Bulls. Who do they even have at center? Jalen Smith? I mean, look, no disrespect to Jalen Smith.
He had a
He's
good
not
game
going to
though.
stop he's not going to stop Karl Anthony Towns.
I
He's
know,
not supposed to.
but
He's not supposed to.
offensively though, he had a good game.
Okay, but that's not what I'm talking about. If we're
Just
looking
saying.
at Karl Anthony Towns, as a fan, you want to see Cat play like this all the time. But the thing is, this was an easy test. Like the Bulls are not a great team this year. They've got good players, but like they were on the back to back, and like he should have imposed his will. So yes, I'm happy to see it. But what would make me take even greater note is if he does this against a team that's tough defensively. Like if he had done it against maybe not, let's say not the Pistons, but like
No, but
let's
like the
look over.
Pistons.
I mean, it would have been great if he did against the Pistons, but like, okay, let's like maybe if he did it against if he did it against someone like Boston, or he did it against somebody who
Cleveland,
can who or Cleveland who can
Lakers.
play him, who's got a big, someone who matters, right? So we'll keep an eye on them. And obviously
Okay,
we got Cleveland tomorrow night. If we see Towns in his bag again tomorrow night, I'm gonna
I'm
view that as like a really
okay. Me
positive
too.
sign.
Exactly. But hey, think about it. He did do. He did have one of those games against Houston though, and they're a team for sure.
For sure. For
We
sure.
only,
But I
we
mean,
only, we,
even defensively though, Joe, he had a great game defensively. He had three
I
steals.
know, I know. We only beat them by 2 points, and we had to have a miracle happen in the fourth quarter, which we did, which was amazing. And we already talked about that.
We did. Episode 3. Check it out. Um, all right, Joe, what else? What else you got?
Should we talk about tomorrow
Let's do
with
it.
Cleveland? Man, if you're living under a rock, you wouldn't know, but James Harden is now Cleveland Cavalier, and I got like mixed feelings about it. I'm like, man, a team that already struggles in the playoffs went to go get Mr. Scared of Game 7. I mean, listen, he's still good at 6 years old. I don't know. He's still all-star caliber player at 36 years old. The Cavs have had some great games with him so far, but think about it. We already talked about this, where one of them was against the Hornets, Wizards, Kings, Nets. Like, come on now. And then they just lost to the Thunder and only beat the Nuggets by 2 points. Like the Thunder just beat them. So yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like you're selling on Harden, Joe.
No, but yet again, like I don't know, it's hard. Like everyone's like, oh my gosh, like this was such a good trade. Well, we don't know that yet because they played some bad teams, but they did play the Thunder, which they did lose by, and then they played the Nuggets, but then they lost by 2, or they won by 2. Sorry, they won by 2, which is like yes, good win. I mean, we only beat the Rockets by 2, but still, beating all those teams, like play all those lottery teams, and then only beating the Kings by 6, like that's crazy. And
But
then
for me, a dub is a dub, right? And like getting I mean, I told you guys in a previous episode, I am like I'm not I don't love Cleveland. Like I just always worry about them because I just feel like they should do better than they end up with, Like Mitchell's a good player. Harden is a good player. The thing that scares me about Harden is he just doesn't care. He's like, whatever, I'm old, dude. I'm just gonna ball out. Like, I don't care what you expect. You expect me to lose? I think I'm gonna go win. Like we did not need another playmaker on that team because now
playmaker. What are you talking about? They traded
how many
Darius Garland.
no, I'm saying Harden, dude.
I know, but or what's it called? Donovan Mitchell is not like he's not known for playmaking. He's known for his scoring.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm using the word interchangeably. Like you have two dudes who can just decide to score, is my point. Before, I don't think they had two of those dudes. I think they had one of those dudes. And
Yes,
now I just don't like that they have two.
I know,
Um,
but like I mean like I'm not that worried. Like I mean I'm worried because their team is deep and they have a good team now. But like I'm talking if we meet them in the playoffs, I'm not nervous. Like they do not perform in the playoffs. Like they won 64 games last year, I think, and they lost to the second round. Like, come on now.
Honestly, that was pretty shocking because
Actually,
they
they
looked pretty dominant.
didn't they
They
lose in
kind of looked
five?
like the Pistons looked this year.
Exactly. Didn't they lose in five though?
I think they did.
That's
Didn't they
crazy.
have injuries though during that series?
Yeah, but still, like I know, but
I mean,
like
that matters. That
I
matters.
know. Wait, who'd they verse first round? Oh, they versed the Heat, the 10th seed, who made it out of the play-in. Like, come on. So like we didn't actually see them like play like playoffs, but yes, James Harden and Donovan Mitchell are a scary, like scoring duo, but playoffs, I don't think they can get it done. But
Well, we shall see.
Yes,
I think tomorrow is going to be an important test for. It'll be an interesting like data gathering. You know me and my data. It'll be an interesting, data gathering opportunity.
yes. And two other new guys that I think are actually very good pickups. Dennis Schroeder, his 11th team, Mr. Journeyman himself, and Keon Ellis from the Sacramento Kings. I mean,
I think those are good pickups.
I agree.
Again, Schroeder. I did not like what he did to us last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah. That's like the new like they really like replaced him with Ty Jerome. So I think it's a improvement for sure. So hey, who knows? I was just talking about James Harden, but their team is looking kind of scary.
So let me ask you this.
Like that's
Okay,
why I'm
tomorrow
like
night.
interchangeable with like, oh, I don't think they'll win or they could win. You know,
So tomorrow night, who's covering Donovan Mitchell?
who's covering Donovan Mitchell? All right, this is hard because I need someone else has to guard James Harden. Um,
Kind of my point. You see my point?
yes, but OG Anunoby will guard Donovan Mitchell for sure because I think he's a bigger threat. And then I think either Shamit or Bridges would guard James Harden, but or somebody else that could if he gets enough minutes. Jeremy Sohan.
Dude,
Here's
you're
the
the
deal.
best.
Or if they just decide, we're gonna give Mo Diawara minutes, I think they would put him on one of them, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that it'll be interesting to see how they approach covering those two guys. It's also going to be interesting to see how does Cleveland. I'll admit I haven't watched a Cleveland game since Harden's been on the team. I'm interested to see how their offense runs with the two of them. So it should be an interesting game. Should be a good one to watch. I think it'll be, you know, potentially a playoff, energy level game. Um, so it should be good. All right. So let me ask you this, Joe. Ready?
Wait, I want to say one
Um,
thing about James Harden and Donovan Mitchell.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
So
ahead.
one thing I have seen is, I mean, I think a lot of people have seen this, but uh, what's it called? I think James Harden threw a lob to Donovan Mitchell, and it was pretty nasty. But hey, it was against the Nets, so it's not actually gonna happen.
You just discount anything that happens against a garbage team.
Yeah, because it's like, bro, it's not like real. Like it's real, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's maybe not the most solid of foundations, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not a challenge.
Not a challenge. All right. Well, the last thing I wanted to talk about for these Knicks is that, you know, I thought it was interesting in Cat's post-game interview last night.
Yes, that was deep. That was some deep stuff. Like
I
that was
I
a
felt
long
like
interview.
I
Like he,
felt. Did you feel that way too? Because I know I felt that way, but I didn't know
yeah,
if I was just like measuring it
no,
incorrectly.
no, no. Like usually, like they just say like stuff that like every time like oh like we're a team, we always want to win or stuff like that. Cat
My
went
teammates,
deep.
man, my teammates,
Yeah,
and my Lord God, and I'm
yeah,
blessed, and we just got to take
exactly,
it one day at a time. Like they say the same
exactly.
thing every time.
But
Cat was
Cat
like,
went deep. He went
it's like
deep.
when you ask someone, "How are you?" and someone really tells you how they are. That's like what
Exactly.
Cat did.
I was like, dang.
Yeah, but it was good. I liked his answer. They said they were talking to him about expectations. They were like, how do you handle the pressure in New York? Every win is sort of like overemphasized. Every loss is overemphasized. Like, how do you deal with it? And Cat basically rolls out with expectations are a blessing because that means that we're doing something right and people expect us to do really well. And so, that's just, what we as a team need to like get comfortable doing. And he talked about the playoffs, and like sometimes it feels like very authentic, other times it feels very rehearsed, sometimes it feels both at the same time. I feel like Cat needed this game. He really needed to do well. He needed to be the guy that was like getting the post game interview,
Getting
you
buckets.
know, getting buckets, etc. So like I'm happy for him. I hope that he can use this as momentum to keep pushing. Um, in the last 16 games, the Knicks are 13-3, which is not a bad place to be.
That's
Obviously, everyone
solid.
felt bad. It is solid. Everybody felt bad after the Pistons loss. Excuse me, beat down. And
Jeez.
sometimes it's just worth a little perspective. It's like, all right, like would we have loved to have won that game? absolutely, man. But like we're still. I mean, the East is getting a little tight. Boston, I still can't believe Boston's hanging around. Can we just
Yeah,
talk about that for a second? Like, what the heck, Boston?
yeah. Wait, hold on. Two of those three losses I'm just realizing right now are for the Pistons. Two of those out of the three are from the Pistons, and man, that sucked. And the other one is from the stupid Indiana Pacers. Like
That was just a freak game.
that was the worst. Like I hated that. That was terrible.
So it looks like here we are. So the Celtics are in second. They're 5.5 back of the Pistons.
Bro,
We're in
they
third.
are not
We're
contenders.
6.5 back.
They are not
Um,
contenders. The Celtics.
dude, they're number two in the East right now.
So
They're on a 3 game win streak. We're on a 2 game win streak. Cleveland is on a 1 game losing streak. And then you got the Raptors at 5 and the Sixers at 6. 76ers at 6. And then the play-in is Orlando, Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte.
Charlotte,
Charlotte.
baby.
I can't believe
Wild.
it.
And then are the Bulls the 11th seed?
They're the 12th seed.
Who is the
Giannis
11th
is
seed?
Giannis and the Bucks is 11 are 11.
Just Giannis. Giannis is the 11th seed. It's
Yeah.
all right. He'll get out of there soon in the off
Well,
season.
you know what? We have to apologize to our audience for all the yawning. Joey and I shoveled approximately 28 inches of snow today. And by shoveled I mean combination of shoveled and snowblowered, but man, we're beat. So Joe, I think that maybe we should, unless there's anything else you want to talk about, let's go with your parting thoughts. Any parting thoughts?
I want to talk about one more thing, and
Okay,
I
go
bring
for
it
it.
up every time. Every
Oh,
time.
I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to talk to me about Jordan Clarkson?
Jordan Clarkson. Where is he? Why doesn't he play minutes? Like, it's just disappointing. And I
This is
swear,
day 4. Hold on a second. We're going to start a countdown. It has been, when is the last time that Jordan Clarkson played for the New York Knicks? Do you know, Joe?
like good minutes,
No, like at all. Like when's the last time he got in a game?
probably against Philadelphia. Maybe wait, like I don't know. Like bro, we beat them by so much. Like he had to have gone in. That was one, two, three, 4 games ago. That's too long.
Well, let's look it up. We'll look it up and we will start a countdown. It has been X number of days since Jordan Clarkson has got minutes, and
That's
we're just gonna
ridiculous.
keep it like we're gonna put it like up here in the corner of the screen. It's like a 6 days, 8 days, whatever it is, right?
And then
Um,
the day that he gets good real minutes, hopefully it's tomorrow. And if we win, like I'll obviously be happy that we won, but I'm gonna be so annoyed that we won and Jordan Clarkson is gonna like have a big game or he played big minutes. Like I'm gonna be so mad. I'm like I've been saying this for days. Like
but if we're winning, what do you care? If
it
we're
doesn't
winning
matter.
games and
It does,
he's not playing, like whatever, man.
I know, but still, we beat the eight streak to Bulls, the eight losing streak Bulls, and we beat the Rockets with a miracle, but we lost to the Pistons. Like, what
But
if he
dude,
put in Clarkson? What if he put in Clarkson? I wonder what would have happened.
Joe, what do you think Clarkson brings to the table? You're so heavy on him. You love him. What is it
Scoring
about?
off the bench. Scoring off the bench. He could get us quick threes, quick mid ranges. He could score the basketball.
Who do you give him minutes in place of? Who do you eat into?
He will.
And who do you put him out there with? Because he's not a good defender.
Okay, so then we'll put in Alvarado and Shamet, and he'll play the shooting guard. And then that's when the Brunson minutes are gone, and or the Bridges minutes.
So when Brunson's on the bench and you got Alvarado in there, you do Alvarado,
Good.
Shamet, Clarkson,
Yeah, and then
and then
whoever you want.
who's your 4 and 5?
Whoever we want. It could be anybody. It could be OG. It could be Jeremy Sohan. It could be Mitchell Robinson. It could be Carl. Actually, no, it cannot be Carl Anthony Towns.
I think you got to put Mitch in there. I
Yeah,
think
Mitch.
Clarkson's got to play with Mitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Like, he's got to play. And if he has no, if he has a big game one day and we win, like I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be like, I've been saying this for like days, and probably a week at this point.
All right, well, we're gonna get the stat and we're gonna put it up for the next episode, and we're gonna hold a countdown, a free Jordan Clarkson
Honestly,
um
honestly, bro.
uh petition. And okay, all right, Joe. Well, listen, I want you to come back next week with with a proposition as to like what is the best lineup that Jordan Clarkson should be in, because it's easy for you to just sit over here and whine you want to see Jordan Clarkson, but like do the work. Let's see what it looks like. Do you accept the challenge?
Perhaps. Wait, what was I gonna say? We have 2 whole days until our next game after Cleveland. I
Okay,
mean,
so you want to do it after the Cleveland game?
yes. And do you want to
Okay,
know who we play after that? The Bucks, but with no Giannis.
because he's still hurt.
Yes.
I can't believe all this hype was around this dude who like is not even available to play.
I know, and now he's not gonna get traded to our team.
Listen,
And he
I
didn't get traded to our team. Sorry.
Joe, we need an entire episode to talk about the Giannis saga. And
No, we don't. We could just say that he's gonna get traded to us in the off season.
one of the worst things that happened to this team this year was Giannis.
Honestly,
All the Giannis rumors was terrible.
it got
Listen,
into
I don't want to
Carmelo
talk about
Anthony's head.
Giannis. I don't want to talk about Giannis. I don't want to talk about the offseason. I just want to talk about tomorrow's game and what they got to do to win. Because at
Wait,
the end of
who?
the day, I said it yesterday. I said it yesterday. The New York Knicks have an opportunity to do something historic. I really think this is a strong team that if they play the way they're supposed to play, I think that they can go all the way. But we have
But
seen that they can't do it every night because they just, who freaking knows? They don't understand. So, um, I
consistent
they are inconsistent. So I don't want to talk about Giannis. Save that for next year. In fact,
next year.
as a fan, so this is my parting thoughts before we hit make this a wrap. My parting thoughts are I feel like as fans, the New York fan base, we are also inconsistent, similar to the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
When I say this, and I mean it with the utmost of love for all of the New York Knicks fans, but we are horrible fans at times. When things are going good and the Garden is rocking, every basketball player wants to play in the Garden because it's just awesome. When someone hits a three and everybody in unison goes, yeah, it sounds like one big monstrous voice. But then when you suck, the Garden's the worst place you could possibly be. And like people can decide that you suck in like a second. They're like, "Oh,
In
I
a
hate you," right?
millisecond.
In a millisecond. So here's what I think as a Knicks fan. Yeah, I had like a but when I was talking about Karl Anthony Towns tonight. I was like, yeah, but he was only playing against Jalen Smith. I think what we need to give these guys is confidence, right? Like, who cares? Like, why do we got to be so critical? Like, you know what? We lost. Who cares? Let's move on. Like, win the games that matter. What matters is getting, candidly, I think at least the 2 seed. I don't think we're going to catch the Pistons. Some really crazy stuff is going to have to happen for us to catch the Pistons. I would love to be the 2 seed so that at worst, we're seeing the Pistons in hopefully the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay. I would love to get the 2 seed. 3 seed would be fine as well. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. And then from there, it's just playoffs, baby, right? That's all that matters. So let's get Cat that confidence. Let's get Brunson, get an OG. Let what we need Mikal Bridges to find his shot. And however whatever we need to do to give him that shot, whether it's confidence, whether it's I mean, with Josh Hart, I know if we send him some Mike and Ice, he'll be good. Like I don't know what Bridges wants, but let's figure it out and get it to him because
He needs it.
um he needs it, and we need him. We need him to play like 6 picks, man. So, um, look, a guy like Landry Shamit's doing a great job. Alvarado's doing his thing. It's these guys that are disappointing us or being inconsistent, figuring out like what do they need. And if the answer is for us fans to not freak out every time something bad happens, like maybe we should consider it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna reflect on that between now and our next episode. Joe, any parting thoughts before we go?
Nope.
Nope,
Let's go
I
Knicks.
agree.
And
Let's go Knicks.
as every episode ends off, I need some big Clarkson minutes.
Let's go Knicks. Joey loves Clarkson.
Let's go Knicks.
With
Clarkson big
that,
minutes.
we'll see you next time.
See you next time.